This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? You're greatly appreciated. Come on in, make yourself at home, you know the routine. This channel is for movie lovers of all types and formats. Doesn't matter if your format's VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 3D, 4K, doesn't matter. Same with the genre. Doesn't matter if it's documentaries, drama, sci-fi, horror. You guys are all welcome here. This week's video takes me to a pawn shop I haven't been to in a minute. It's out in Lakeland, Pawn Max. Found some banger Disney picks, old red box title that I've been looking for, as well as my Kino Lorber pick, my 3D pick, and my classic pick for the week. But before I get into what I picked up at the pawn shops, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either physical media, streaming on the Fire Stick, or actually live in the theater with my family. I'll kick it off with some physical media. My first pick is a 1988 comedy, musical, romance, science fiction movie, Earth Girls Are Easy. This is directed by Julian Temple, produced by Tony Garnett, written by Julie Brown from MTV for all you old heads. The plot behind this, in this musical comedy, Valerie is dealing with her philandering fiance Ted when she finds that a trio of aliens have crashed her spaceship into her swimming pool. Once the furry beings are shaved at her girlfriend's salon, the woman discovers three handsome men underneath. After absorbing the native culture via television, the spacemen are ready to hit the dating scene in the 1980s Los Angeles. And this is probably the quintessential 80s movie, MTV movie. They're actually singing in the movie. It's extremely goofy, but it's very cool to see a young Gina Davis, Jeff Bloom, Jim Carrey, and Damon Wayans. Not the best plot line, but it's meant to be silly, and it just exemplifies the whole 80s look, the loud clothes, the big hair, and just the over top theme of the whole movie. So you like that 80s kind of silly MTV type of video movie, definitely check out Earth Girls Are Easy. My next pick is a 2016 action western, In a Valley of Violence. This was directed by Ty West, produced by Jason Blum, written by Ty West. This stars Ethan Hawke, John Travolta, Thaisa Farmiga, James Ransom, and Karen Gillan. The plot behind this is the story of a drifter named Paul who arrives in a small town seeking revenge on the thugs who murdered his friends. Sisters Mary Ann and Ellen, who run the town's hotel, help Paul in the quest for his vengeance. And this is a perfect example of keeping it simple. It wasn't an elaborate plot line, very basic line. Drifter has to get from point A to point B. He has to get through this small town, which is run by some somewhat unscrupulous people. Ethan Hawke and John Travolta really stood out. Great acting, great action, and just a very cool, simple Western. And I was actually going to watch another movie, made my wife decide. She decided on this one. Excellent choice. If you like Westerns, you like Ethan Hawke, and Ethan Hawke has really grown on me over the years. I think he's really grown as an actor. So if you like Ethan Hawke, like John Travolta, good job from John Travolta. Definitely check out In a Valley of Violence. My next movie is something I actually watched on Netflix. This is the 2022 black comedy horror, The Menu. This was directed by Mark Mylod, written by Cyrus Reese and Will Tracy, produced by Adam McKay and Will Ferrell. Oh, Will Ferrell, interesting. This stars Ralph Fiennes, Ann Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, Hong Chow, Janet McTeer, Judith Light, and John Leguizamo. The plot behind this, foodie Tyler Ledford and his date Margot Mills travel by boat to Hawthorne, an exclusive restaurant on a private island operated by celebrity chef Julianne Slowick. The other guests are food critics, Lillian Bloom and her editor Ted, wealthy regulars Richard and Ann washed up movie stars George Diaz and his personal assistant Felicity Lynn. Business partners Soren, Dave, and Bryce, and Sloan's alcoholic mother Linda. The group is given an island tour by the maitre d' Elsa, who notes that Margot is not Tyler's designated guest. And great black comedy, great twist. And this is another one of those movies that pretty much takes place in one spot. So to do that and keep the audience engaged, you have to have a great story, great twist, great deadpan, dark humor. You never know what's going to happen from one scene to the next. Really cool movie, really good plot. If you have Netflix, definitely check out The Menu. My last pick is another Netflix movie. This is a 2025 American science fiction action adventure, The Electric State. Directed by Anthony Joe Russo, screenplay by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, based on The Electric State by Simon Stalenhag. It's produced by Russell Ackerman and Mike LaRocca. This stars a list of big name stars. Millie Bobby Brown, you might know her from Stranger Things. Chris Pratt from Jurassic World. Ke-Huy Quan, Jason Alexander, Woody Harrelson, Anthony Mackie, Brian Cox, Jenny Slate, Giancarlo Esposito, Stanley Tucci. The plot behind this: in the year of 1990, a war between humans and robots has left the world in disarray. With the help of Century CEO Ethan Skate, who developed the Neurocaster technology that allows humans to upload their minds into drone robots, humanity managed to win the war while robots were banished to the exclusion zone. However, the success of Neurocaster technology meant many people opted to live their lives virtual in a semi-vegetative state, while drones do most of the work. And this reminds me a lot of the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis. Just the pretty much downloading your consciousness into a robot and pretty much just sitting around all day. Storyline has been done before. A lot of CGI in the movie, but it's done very well, so it's not overt, but you realize it's CGI because you know the technology. A lot of big names in here. Love Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. She's really developed into a nice little actress. Her look, she reminds me a lot of Sandra Bullock for some reason, though. It's a really fun movie. Have some interesting performances: Stanley Tucci, Giancarlo Esposito. The voices: Woody Harrelson, Anthony Mackie. I actually didn't realize those were the voices being used till they actually rolled the credits. So, but very fun, action-filled movie. A lot of CGI, but it's done, in my opinion, very well. So it's not that overt, and it doesn't distract from the movie or the plot line. So if you like that Surrogates type of plot line, family film, action, and those actors and actresses, definitely check out Electric State. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. Cave, back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Had my Pawnshop pickups here. Got some nice Disney picks. Have some out-of-print DVDs. A Dimension pick, which I mentioned in the last video. Great sci-fi, a great horror movie. Have my classical pick, which I also got from the Pawnshop. Have a Turbine 3D. Have an out-of-print rear find, a Kino Lorber. So got some bangers in here. So give me a minute. Let me get these scanned in, and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to kick it off with something I picked up at Cash America. That's the place I go to, the pawn shop, every Saturday. Every Saturday they put their DVDs, all their movies out though. So I go there every week like clockwork. That's my therapy. So, but I mentioned this in last week's video as one of the videos I watched for the week. Storm Warning. This is a Dimension Extreme release. Great low budget Aussie Australian horror. The female in this, chef's kiss, bravissima. She pulled a boss move on the antagonist that was so cold. I had to turn the AC down. It was all that. So you get a chance, streaming, whatever. You probably can't get this streaming though. You can find this, definitely pick it up. It's worth the watch. Storm Warning, unrated. And this is a Dimension release, Dimension Extreme. Next, Messengers 2, The Scarecrow, The Beginning of the End. I have the first Messengers. I think it's on a Mill Creek double Blu-ray. I think with the movie Freedom with Samuel Jackson. Not positive. I think that's it. This is a sequel. I haven't seen this though. So I like low budget horror though. So we'll see if it's any decent. It's a Sony release. Messengers 2, The Scarecrow, The Beginning of the End. And the last one I picked up from Cash America, something I've had on. I had the VHS of this when I got rid of all my VHS movies. Not all of them, probably about a couple hundred, because they're just taking up too much space. I will convert them or burn them on a DVD. So very happy to get this. I don't even remember what this is about though, but I just remember Eric Stoltz when he was kind of popular back then. Killing Zoe. I remember it's a pretty decent thriller movie, just don't remember what it's about. So watching it again on DVD, which is an upgrade, be like a new watch. It's an artisan release. And for these 3 movies, I paid a whopping $1.41. So balling on a budget. Now from Pawn Max or Max Pawn in Lakeland, I got 3 movies. One, this is a DVD. I remember getting this at Redbox, not Whitney, but the Aaliyah, the Princess of R&B. Huge Aaliyah fan. I was so crushed when she died in that airplane crash. She just seemed like a really sweet person, great artist, very attractive. It's a Lionsgate release. Haven't watched it though. So don't know, code probably doesn't work though. It's a flip disc, so it's probably Whitney on one side and Aaliyah on the other side, so I don't have to worry about the compression part of that. Whitney and Aaliyah, the Princess of R&B, Lionsgate release. And Lionsgate, I know in their Blu-rays, they usually have great DTS sound, so hopefully they're able to do that on the DVD also. Next, to add to my Disney collection, I have the first Little Mermaid. I believe I have that in 3D. This is Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning, Little Mermaid 2. Let's see if I can get this damn sticker off. And no, I didn't pay $10 for that. You must think I'm tripping to get that at the pawn shop for $10. I had to have a little conversation, ask a few questions, and make a few deals. But this is the double disc. Well, they have both movies on this. And let me see, is it 2? Yeah, they have one on one DVD and one on the other. I'm sure the codes don't work anymore. Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid 2, and I haven't seen the latest one that came out where people were throwing a fit. Like, oh my God, a mermaid's black. Okay, you know mermaids really don't exist now, okay? But Little Mermaid and the other movie I got, Home on the Range. I believe this is out of print. I haven't seen this. If I did see it, I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But love my Disney movies, the Blu-ray and the DVD. It always kills me how sometimes the DVD artwork is actually better than the Blu-ray. So it's nice to have both sometimes. Slip cover's a little beat up though, but I'm not a slip Nazi, so I won't lose my head about that. Close this. Okay, so these three and one more, my classic pick for the week, which I've never seen, Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. Never seen this movie. I know everyone raves about it. Just haven't seen it. So for the price, they decided to pick it up. Another blah. It's almost like a made on demand Blu-ray. It's a Warner Brother release. The Bodyguard. And for all those, I paid a whopping $16.04. So I think these were like $1 a piece, and I talked them down to $5 a piece on this. I want to pay $10 for that. That's why I picked up a Pawn Max, my Kino Lorber, hard to find, out of print, The Falcon and the Snowman, Timothy Hutton and Sean Penn. It's been so long, I honestly don't remember the plot, but I remember this was a big deal back in 1985. Wow, some of you probably weren't even born back then. But The Falcon and the Snowman, Kino Lorber classic. Looking forward to get back into that, kind of throw me back to that 80s period. And my 3D pick for the week, a Turbine collection. I'm really digging this company, Turbine, out of Germany. There's another company, I think, in the United States that does 3D, but they do it on films that have no copyright, so they're older films. But I have the Bumblebee one. The Bumblebee 3D was just okay. They excelled in the CGI parts of the movie. This, I was actually pleasantly surprised. It looked better than when I watched it on streaming. When I watched it on streaming, all the CGI looked ultra fake for some reason. But in 3D, it actually the CGI brought the CGI out a little bit, made it pop a little bit. It's not a lot of pop out, but it's nice depth, nice picture, and really happy to have a 3D version of Transformers Rise of the Beast. I have a couple more that just came in, so as the weeks progress and as I watch them, I'll let you know what I'm thinking about, how I feel about them, how I view them in my opinion. But these are my pickups for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the disc from the artwork and the plastic, see if any of these make the shelves. So give me a minute and I'll get you good people on your way. Hold on. Everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app, and this special CLZ moment goes out to the Friday the 13th Fiend and Mrs. the Friday the 13th Fiend. Brain farts crazy. I forgot last week, so thank you so much for reminding me. So everything's scanned in. C as in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, L as in Long Star, Z as in Zebra Head. Let's knock this out. Everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made it this far, smash the like. Give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.